Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am your presenter, Apostle Francis Ngoku. The news just in: BEULAH United Clergy Association has just concluded a very successful meeting at Tudor AIC Church in the coastal region of Mombasa. BEULAH United Clergy Association is an association whose vision is to meet the full needs of the individual clergy. This vision makes BEULAH United Clergy Association a very unique association besides others that have been in existence before. Our coastal logistic team, led by Bishop Samuel Kiboi, Bishop Ingoi, Reverend Safari, among others, worked tirelessly day and night to make this meeting a great success. Our host, the senior pastor also of AIC Tudor, Reverend Josiah Obiji, we extend our gratitudes towards you. Please receive our gratitude on behalf of the leadership, national leadership of BEULAH United Clergy Association, our chairman Bishop James Munga, our general secretary Bishop Honorable Margaret Wanjiru, our General Treasurer, Bishop Peter Ngure. We wish to say thank you, not only to our logistic team, not only to our hosting pastor, but to all pastors that moved from all places across the country, from Luo Nyanza, from Mount Kenya, from Nairobi, from Kilifi, from Taita, from northeastern Kenya, just to mention a few. We say thank you. We know with great concern and appreciation that pastors are a very busy people, but leaving your tight schedules to come and congregate to hear us, it was a great honor. BEULAH United Clergy Association was inaugurated on the 21st day of November 2022 at Epefa Church, Kahawa West in Nairobi. We thank God this far for what He has already done. After tackling a very interactive and tentative research, we found that it's only the pastor in our country that has not been well financed, that has not been well represented, not been well regulated, and not been well accredited. We have therefore come up with a great team of professionals that are working in every department as aforetime mentioned. During the well-presented meeting, we had all the CEOs or the leaders of these key 4 pillars of BEULAH United Clergy Association, representing to the fullest what they were best of doing. Financing. BEULAH, in its great wisdom and unity, has come up with one of the greatest renowned CEOs in our country to lead this pillar or this sector, namely Dr. Ngure. Dr. Ngure has his expertise and competence in financing, having worked for KCB in Mombasa for over 25 years. This man brings his experience, commitment, trustworthiness to our BEULAH United Clergy Association. He had a time, and we were listening, to tell the people present how our financial problems, particularly of the individual clergy, are going to be met. Go to note, BEULAH United Clergy Association has come up with a circle which already has been registered with the registrar of the societies in our Kenyan Republic. So, BEULAH circle is not just a wind circle. Considering the questions that were raised by some of the members present or the pastors present, our well-able CEO, Dr. Ngure, was able to expeditiously answer those concerns and questions as they came. We were notified of earlier societies and circles that came, but instead of being a help to our clergy members, they took money maliciously from them. BEULAH will never be involved in such wicked activities, because we do have trust in the men that we have put into every professional sector in our association. Many pastors, we are very happy to hear that their needs were going to be met. And I want to affirm and confirm, you are not wrong, because through great professionalism, through great care, this is going to be addressed. It was made to be understood that just like any other circle, we needed to be very careful not to be swayed off our money by people that come in the name of such societies and circles and are never registered anywhere in our Kenyan Republic. It was noted, in order for each and every one of us to be the member of BEULAH circle, hence benefiting through this great circle, you firstly needed to be a member of BEULAH United Clergy Association, whose membership is quantified through registering at only Kenya shillings 700. Thereafter, you would be needed to register with another 500, hence becoming now the BEULAH circle member. We want to thank each and everyone that was there, for the registration was done in massive numbers than we expected. We want to give you confidence that your money is at safe hands. God bless each and everyone, and thank you, Reverend Dr. Ngure, for the great presentation that you did. Representation. As I said in a nutshell earlier, the pastor in Kenya has not been well represented in the government, in the judiciary, and in the parliament. It is good for everyone to note, times and seasons have changed, and it is no longer going to be the business as usual. Good to remind everyone, pastors are equal professionals in the contribution of the growth of the economy of our country. Days are gone when people used to think pastors were ignorant people that could not take direct or practical participation in the government, in the judiciary, and even in our two levels of parliaments. We therefore want to encourage the present government and the governments that are ahead to consider our plight and have us fully represented. We keep on fighting for these rights through the legal means and through the engagements, through negotiations, through MOUs to make sure our quest is finally fulfilled without being looked down upon. We thank our able chairman, Bishop James Munga, I beg your pardon, that elaborated more about that during the time he was giving his speech. As our chairman that is able and well versed in these things, he tackled the 4 key pillars in brief, and I said it was the highest time for the clergy's involvement in all the sectors through professional representation. Regulation. It was noted and continue to be noted that regulation is very important. Considering times and seasons have changed and in all sectors people have become real professionals, it is quite important for us to work together with the government in a mutual understanding whereby we are allowed to bring regulation among ourselves. We believe as true stewards that have been called not by man but by God, both to represent the Lord God that called us and represent the people that we serve and the nation at large, there is an eminent need to full regulation. This regulation, however, is not going to be done as many earlier thought, because that way, without doubt, many would go against the will of God and the will of the people that we represent. Therefore, we are going to come up or have come up with a team of professionals. And in our present case, as was this point represented yesterday, we had Bishop Manasseh Amuguna that really rocked the hearts and the minds of men and women of God when he brought methodologies on how we are going to have self-regulation. We regulate among ourselves as a first priority because it is only a well-disciplined pastor, a well-trained pastor, a well-called of God pastor that can understand the needs that our people undergo or what they quite desperately desire. We thank you, our man, our brother in charge of this pillar, Bishop Manasseh, for the great work you did yesterday to the satisfaction of everyone. Accreditation. It has been noted quite within a great long time that accreditation is of paramount importance amongst our clergy members. Quite to note, as I earlier said, professionalism of doing the church or ministerial work is quite different from all other professionals. Because why? You cannot be able to be an expertise and execute your duties without trainings in most of our fields. This is a point that is unanimously agreed across the globe. But there are people that God called in the Bible without education, formal education. Just to make sure I'm within the Bible that I teach and represent. Good examples were Peter and John. Peter and John, the apostles, had no formal education, as it were, but their works that they did, nobody can deny. They exceptionally did quite a great work that has left a very great legacy to date. And most of our forefathers in the church, our archbishops and bishops, had no greater formal education like we do have in our times. It is quite good to note it is the highest time for them to be accredited, because a team is in the place led by our able bishop, Dr. Dr. Moses Wangila, who is by himself in these things a great professional. Dr. Moses Wangila is the current chaplain or chief chaplain at Naivasha Maximum Prison. This man is of great expertise and competence in the things of the church, and in as far as accreditation, as far as accreditation is concerned, will be of great help. Working together with the existent training bodies, colleges, and such, we will have our pastors accredited for the academia papers or professional trainings that this firm have acquired. Another concern was raised during the said meeting that there were pastors among ourselves that did several courses, getting certificates, diplomas, degrees, and even masters from certain institutions, both within and without our country, that are not accredited. Therefore, we are going to sit down through this team of professionals and see to it this problem is resolved. Ladies and gentlemen, it is good to note, as times are changing, as seasons are rolling out, it is of great importance that you be with a certain organization or a certain body that can take care of your needs. Because in the book of John chapter number 16 and in verses 33 thereabout, Jesus said, in this work we do, we shall surely be befallen of so many troubles here on the earth. But the same master said, we take heart, for he has already overcome the world. Overcoming the world would need some practical advancements, considering the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8. In a certain verse, God said through Moses, do not forget that I am your God that gives you power to get wealth. Wealth is not gotten through stealing. Wealth is not gotten through engagement in dirty or criminal activities, but in our setup or in our case concern. Wealth amongst our clergy members can only be gotten when we have our eyes opened now than yesterday and join BEULAH United Clergy Association and BEULAH Circle. For more details, quite in depth, concerning our meeting just concluded at Tudor AIC Church in Mombasa, be tuned for the video that is about to be loaded, either on BEULAH United Clergy Association's wall or Facebook wall and YouTube wall, or on the leadership members' walls accordingly. Until next time, I have been your host, presenter, Apostle Francis Nguko. Until next time, bye-bye for now.